to us. And that was, football is just a game through which we are fortunate enough to teach these student athletes things that help them grow into better students, into better community members, young adults, and eventually on to greater success as great spouses, great parents, great leaders, and just better humans in general. Football is an amazing game, and there's no game like it. There's nothing better in the world than a victory underneath the Friday night lights. There's nothing more crushing than a defeat on those same Fridays. However, through it all, the one thing that we have always, through this program, tried to teach these kids are the bigger values of responsibility, commitment, and accountability. This team, I truly believe more than any other that I've been around, took those lessons to heart from the first minute they stepped on the field. From the start of the offseason, everything started happening. This team, led by our seniors, decided very early on what their fate was going to be. They weren't going to let it be determined by somebody else. Throughout everything, these kids started taking the reins. They took their commitment seriously and started attending the weight hall with Coach Dabbs. They showed up all summer. They took their responsibility seriously and started learning new ideas, new plays, and new ways of doing things. They adapted at every turn. They did the extra work that it took. And they kept each other accountable by not only showing up all off season and during the summer, through all of the tremendous obstacles that they had thrown their way. They started the year with good numbers. But somehow these kids actually took the responsibility and the accountability, and they started growing these numbers despite everything else that was going on. And they reached out to others and encouraged them to come out. At any point during the summer or the fall, with all the changes they endured, it would have been very easy for them to have just bailed and called it quits. I think it would have been almost understandable for them to find something less stressful and more fun to do. But they didn't. They worked, they fought, they endured, they learned, they came together even more, and they succeeded. Success can be measured in a million different ways, but at Whiting Football, our program is always measured the same way. Win-loss records are awesome, but eventually they fade into numbers. They're meaningless to people after time, except for the people that had those experiences. What we've always valued and what we believe is that these kids, the things that these kids have learned will make them who they are and who they will be one day. And these kids came together this season. They decided what they were going to be. Joe's giving me the wrap-up side, so fortunately I'm almost done. So with that in mind, with the values of do work and how much they embodied the mantra of Coach Vic Sahagan this season and the unique challenges they faced this year, the coaching staff has decided that this year, because of the circumstances and the incredible determination and growth that all of these kids showed, not only to grow the program this past season, but to grow themselves, we've decided that everybody that made it to the end of the season is going to letter with us this year. So with that in mind, I want to get through these awards as quick as possible before you guys